Parents have filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Granite School District after their sons were shot and killed off campus near Hunter High School in 2022.
The parents of 15-year-old Paul Tahi and 14-year-old Tivani Lopati are arguing the district should have done more to prevent the violence that took both of their lives. So on January 14th, 2022, almost 2 years ago exactly, Paul and Tivani were shot and killed in a fight on 4100 South near Mountain View Corridor. The shooting occurred across the street from the school during their lunch hour. A third student, Ephraim Asiata, was critically injured in the shooting. I spoke with Greg Skordas today about the lawsuit in this case. Greg pointed out two interesting things about the case. First, that the case itself was not against the shooter. And second, that the case is filed in federal court as a civil rights case, since the lawsuit claims there was a, quote, racially based hostile environment within Hunter High School.
The 14-year-old shooter was prosecuted in juvenile court, and for whatever reason, the district attorney's office decided not to charge him as an adult. The lawsuit doesn't name him at all. The lawsuit's only against Granite School District. It's filed in federal court, and of course, you don't just file cases in federal court unless you have jurisdiction, and what they're saying here is that it's like a civil rights action. It's basically the school failed to protect someone because of their color, because of their race, and even if it's against another race, the school had some obligation to do that.
What I think is actually important, though, is that although the incident took place off school property, it looks like it was just across the street, it was during school hours. Again, the shooter was only 14 years old, and from what I can gather, that the school had information and knowledge or notice that there were problems that were allegedly kind of racially based, and they didn't do anything. I think the only way that the plaintiff is able to bring this thing and against the school is because it was during school hours. Even though they just walked off campus across the street, the school is still responsible for those kids during that time and are either not watching them, they're not providing good security, they're also not getting involved with the whatever kind of problems are going on between these students, and it ultimately resulted in 2 kids dying. You know, so obviously a tragic story, but again, I think it sends a message to the schools that you really have to protect the kids that you're in charge of all day, whether they step off campus for 1 minute, you know, or what they bring to school, like a gun, but they really have to do everything within their power to protect the other students, and especially from something as tragic as a shooting. And if it involves any kind of race thing, that's kind of what opens the door for bringing it into federal court and bringing a civil rights a case against the school. So it's clever. Part of me, I do have reservations about whether or not that in fact is going to work. Again, it really depends on all the facts and how much of them they're able to actually prove that it was race-based kind of problem here. So in all likelihood, I do think the school will probably end up having to write a check for their failure in this. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.